Greetings, salutations, good day, and hi, happy Sunday, and welcome once again to the IndieCar Vtuber 3rd Series. Today we are going to proceed with rounds 7 and 8 of a total of 12 races. Today we are driving at New Hampshire and Vancouver. New Hampshire Motor Speedway is the site of our first race for today. It's a mile-long short oval race, while Vancouver is the only street circuit race on the schedule for this series. Boy, this is going to be fun. Expect a whole lot of crashing and burning. Have a look at our classifications. Oval classification, not too surprising there. Artemis of the Blue still on top with 129 points, only for oval races. Saraway, 107 points. Hinamorianzu, just 1 point behind Saraway. 107 and 106. Road and Street classification. Artemis of the Blue, 106 points. Koopa is currently second with 94 points. Pochimaru with 86 points. Wow. And have a look at the overall standings. No surprises there. Artemis of the Blue still leading by a massive margin. 71-point lead over Saraway, so I guess she'll still be leading after at least the 7th round, even if she doesn't qualify or something like that, because look at her. 2 race wins in a second. It's like she's trying way too hard. Yeah. And second and third are both newcomers to this series, Saraway and Hinamorianzu. Fourth is also a relative newcomer, although not as much of a newcomer. She is, of course, new to full-time racing in this series. Tamari Mari with 132. And fifth is Hanamori Healthy. Quite a few drivers having had scored in all races so far, including Tomoshka towards the bottom. And one other driver has qualified for all races, yet crashed out on a couple of them, so what does it matter? Unsurprisingly, Himehina continues its consistent performances of not doing quite well, as you can see here, with Tanaka Hime at the bottom of the table with only 20 points, down 215. And Picky in her return series also not doing quite well. So, yeah, I don't know what to tell you. That's just how life is. So, we'll just see how it is with the racing. The New Hampshire Motor Speedway in Loudon, not London, Loudon, Loudon. Loudon, New Hampshire. It says here 1.058 miles, but that's the NASCAR measurement. The Indy Racing League back then recorded as 1.025 miles. 60 laps for this race. Yeah, we are going for the this measurement, 1.058 miles, but I don't know. Everyone should be in, ready to go, and yeah. So let's load up the track. It's relatively flat circuits. The banking is steepest at 7 degrees. Straightaways are banked at only 1 degree, while the turns vary between 2 and 7 degrees, so relatively flat circuit. Yeah, the paved oval. Hosted kart and the Indy Racing League in the early 90s. Quite a few good races. Open wheel racing didn't go back until 2011 for another go. Hoping to be a nice long-term location for the now IndieCar series. IndieCar with a Y. But it was raining throughout much of the race, and a lot of cars just slid and skid, and the race ended early under controversial circumstances, and so the real life IndyCar series never returned to this circuit. Green flag up for qualifying. Let's see how it is with the 37 Indies, as we see 1010 having trouble getting out onto the track and just sliding into these pit stalls. Because that's what the AI wants to do. Notes to the driver's front wings. And eventually she comes out onto the track. Yep, short oval race. We have to use a short oval configuration, which is similar to road course, except road course kit, except you can only turn left. So yeah, a lap is like around 20 seconds or something like that. You just go around and around and around, and now expect a whole lot of crashes here because it's a short oval, and especially on those turns where the AI can jerk sideways all of a sudden. Well, that's a qualifying lap, but went nowhere for 10:10. But we'll see how qualifying is. Yeah. And drivers might loop around the entire length of the oval before the wreckage could even be cleared, because no yellow flag roll, and so cars can slam into the wreckage, and yeah, it is messy stuff. All right, who qualifies for the race? We won't fast forward through this because it would look stupid. I don't know about you folks, but it looks like it's gonna only be a 26 car race, because yeah, a lot of cars didn't even qualify. So but I want to see some hard hitting action. This probably might not be good enough. Yeah, let's yeah. Yeah, yeah, this is rigged. Let's try that again. Well, let's not much better. Cause look. Because look. Because look. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. Because look. You hate to see it. Because look. You hate to see it. You get where I'm going with this, lads? Pole position. Iamy. Yeah. Quite fitting that the driver in the loading screen would be pole for this race. And Suzuki Hina will start off also in the front row. And then Pochi and Miyagari. Nekarine and Catania. Two good friends. Kamiko Kana and Kamishiro Natsume. Well, Arty, I guess. We'll start 9th. And Tamako 10. Zero Kasa will begin 11 and 12. Pikami and Kagurameya. Kotone and Lilyhops. Natroneko and Nekamiya Hinata. Healthy and Ryugon. And Shigeru Uri and Biki. And I lost where I was. Nabi Mama and Koopa. And Anzu and Mari. Soipoya and Mioneru, who once again qualifies for a race. And finally, whatever. Alright. 60 laps at New Hampshire for the first of 2 rounds on this Sunday, the last Sunday of November. And so we're going to have a look at the grid. And expect like a third of the drivers to even make the final lap. Actually, I expect only half the total grid to make the final lap, and only a third of this full 30-car grid to score. Yeah, you know what? Let's just begin. Vtuber, start your engines, yada yada yada. Alright, Ayumi and Suzuki Hina are the front 2. Ochi and Miyakari, Nekarine and Catania, Kamiko Kana, Hampshire Natsume, Artemis of the Blue, Tamako. 30-car grid, because we don't. Yeah, 26 is just 26 sounds boring. Because I prefer a real mess of things to happen. As everyone jerks sideways, last couple turns we should be set to begin. Round number 7 at Loudon under a full packed crowd. Short oval action. Round number 7 and a screen flag, and away we go. Here comes Ayumi and the rest of the crew. Nice start by everyone. Going into the first turn. Where will the mess take place? I suppose the mess will begin with Soyapoi just spinning out and losing the rear wing. 60 laps. And the lead is taken by Suzuki Hina to open up this first lap. 59 to go. Everything goes by really fast. Of course, these two drivers will have to go in pit lane, and look at that, 3 wide, and cars bumping into each other. Watch out for those turns. Oh, and unexpectedly, a mess is made, and poor Cotone is sent into the void. And Pikami is also out. And, yeah, multiple drivers are out. Antu's still alive, barely. Picky is out as we have cars just slamming into each other, and it's hard to see what the hell is going on here. Oh yeah, it's gonna be hard to sort things out. Oh, you hate to see it. You hate to see it, lads. Everyone is all out. Ayumi, the pole sitter, is still leading, I think. Watch out for Tanaka Hime. And everyone is having to go into pit lane as Kamiko Kana is recorded as having the lead right now. But no longer! She crashes out! Kamiyama has the lead. And he's parking in the pits. And yeah, multiple drivers are sent on their way. Soyboy is getting out. Katone is in the void. And yeah, Artemis in the blue crashed out. So for those of you who are liking this result, there you go. And Neko is out. Neko Kamiyama is out. Kamiyama is in the lead. And Healthy is out. More Healthy is out. Looks like. Yeah, Ryugan is also a goner. Did I get Pora onto? Oh my goodness! Oh! How did Kamiyama not get out on this result? Onto miraculously is still driving, but she'll have to go in the pit lane. And Tomoshika is out of the race. And Ayami. She doesn't have her engine covered, but she is apparently in the top 3. Never mind. So, unsurprisingly, we lose a lot of drivers here. Lose a lot of drivers early on in this race. It'll be a miracle if we even if we could even get a winner here. Natsume is currently leading, with Marikari second and Kagurame third. Up's fourth, and Ayami is fifth. And I don't know what happened, but Kagura may have just given up on life. That was rude, Sarway. That was rude, Lilyhops. Just get it together. And now Natsume has also given up on life. Antu is still okay. Inamori Antu is still okay. She's currently 6th, and yeah, that's not many drivers left early on. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh, 9 drivers left. And we haven't even reached the quarter mark of this race. Oh, look at this. This is a mess for Nakari. That's quite a loss of aerodynamics right there. Mivaya Kari has the lead. She started off 4th, and she was lucky enough to avoid much disaster here. As you can see, her front wing is a bit dinged. And Sarway is a bit slow here. Both she and Mayakari have got to watch out for each other. Especially in the patented heated short oval action. Heated short oval action! Yeah, that just says how it is about the race. Mayakari's leading by 2 laps. When May, I don't know if she may be able to go in like the top 3 or something. As you know, before this race, she failed to qualify for 3 consecutive races, and here she is leading so far. And we are on lap 20. And I don't even know if there are any lead changes, perhaps. Nakamiya Hinata asked to stop at pit lane. So that's gonna be an even further lap that she's gonna be down by. As you can see, the battle between Nakarina and Soipoya. Nakamiya Hinata, Tanaka Hime, and Soipoya. And Mayakari is still leading. We have 4 drivers behind by 2 laps. Mayakari goes out, then things are suddenly looking a bit more spicy. Anzu with that brief pause in pit lane by Hinata has gone up to 3rd. Speaking of 3rd, she is 3rd in the overall standings. Arty crashed out early, so her lead will be cut into by Anzu and Sarway. If both of them manage to hang on and to complete at least 48 laps. Your drivers are spread at a good distance apart from each other, just trying to play it safe. We all know that the track has become even more open now, with more than 2/3 of the starting field crashing out early. But still, they know that anything can still happen. They just try to play it safe. because there's still a lot of race left to go. Oh, be very careful, because Lily Hopkins is right beside you. Already halfway through this race. Resulting in the most crashes so far this series. Haven't been much in the way of accidents in this series. Like, nobody crashed at Watkins Glen nor Michigan. And here we are, short oval action, resulting in a lot of crashes. While the longest speedway so far, the 2-mile Michigan Speedway, had no crashes. In the real-life IndyCar series, it's the opposite case, with a few short ovals still on the calendar, while the series refuses to race on any super speedway other than Indianapolis. Oh dear, if Miyakari passes Nekarine, the Nekarine's gonna lose another lap. But Miyakari just stays behind. Look at some of this action here. Not much, so let's go back to Miyakari. And she's a tiny bit more clearance. So let's see what's going on over there between Soypoy and Antu. Yeah, there are a couple car lengths between each other. Perhaps like one at the most at this point, but the distance between these two lengthens on these straightaways, so what does it matter? I'm not going to fast forward through this, cause things might still happen. I gotta keep watch for anything absurd potentially happening. But Miyakari's lead is still too big to consider. $19 to go, 7 laps for Akari to score. Both the drivers close to each other must try and steer clear of danger, especially when there's an opportunity to get on the board and score points. Just so everyone wanting to play it safe here. Lap 44. Lap 44 done. 45. 45th lap is the current lap. And the car is still good. So, a majority of the field crashed out early in the first quarter of this race. If you're just joining here, round number 7, short oval action at New Hampshire. Because the starting grid of 30 cars that go really fast at a short oval like this one does make for some good entertainment. And Mirai Kari is the first to score points. She'll score 24 more points for being first to reach 48. As we have a look at these 3 drivers, just doing nothing significant. No offense, all defense. They know that they'll be guaranteed at least 24 points if they just stay alive for a few more laps. 10 to go at Loudon. Miyakari, the race winner at NOLA, took perhaps the closest victory yet in Vtuber IndieCar over Pulchi Sensei at the 5-mile road course at New Orleans. Basically stole the victory when Nina Saltome had a chance to win, but ran out of fuel in one of the last few turns, just close to the finish line. Six drivers made it through. We're just waiting for Soyapoi and Nekomiya Hinata. And Soyapoi is good. Hinata should be good as well. She's currently on the back stretch. And she's Daijobu. She'll make the start finish line. Sawaway still has a couple more to go through. And here comes Miyakari, just almost flawless here. At New Hampshire. I don't even know if she'll have to pit. It would be a damn shame if she did so, even with this 2-lap buffer in her. 5 to go. And no pit yet for Miyakari. 4 to go. For a shot at victory, as everyone is relatively content where they are, not wanting to fight further because they know they'll still get a nice supply of points. 3 left. Everyone has made it through at least 50 laps, so these are your 9-point scores for for this round. Certainly, we've had much worse. Houston comes to mind. And here comes the marshal to wave the white flag. 1 to go at Loudon for IndieCar. Provided she doesn't have to pit, she's got the second win in the bag. Basically, nothing can stop her. Because she survived the whole onslaught, and she is going to be your winner at New Hampshire. IndieCar gets her second win of the series. That's another 70 points. Nabi Mama will be recorded as finishing second. And Neko gets another podium finish. IndieCar, the only driver to complete the full 60-lap distance for her second win overall, both in this series. And 9 drivers will finish here with points, at least 24 to their name. IndieCar getting the full 70. Nabi Mama, consecutive second place finishes for her. Well done to her. As we go ahead and put in the points, IndieCar, your race winner at New Hampshire, the second short oval, and I'm glad we have no more short ovals for the rest of this round. Then we're on to another top 5 finish. He may once again just short of the podium. Even with a lot of cars crashing out, she's still 4 laps behind. Breathe, man, breathe. So 9 drivers get points, and these drivers don't get points. Natsume, Maya, and IME all out with accident issues. Kitanya Nyanta E. And let's see, Tomoshika. Yep. Fucking hell. A lot of them have A's. Even if 10-10 did qualify for the race, she would have most likely crashed out. And IME crashing out. What a waste of a good pole position. And special nerds go out to Artemis of the Blue. No points at Loudon. But I think she'll still be in the championship lead anyway. But her lead will certainly be cut by some amount. And special honors go out to Miruneru for crashing out for the third time this series in 7 races. You hate to see it. And another special honor goes to Kotone for being the first driver to go into the void this series. So there you have it. Let's lock in the points. and confirm that everything is good as they are. I at least want the right order of drivers, so that the point standings look correct. So first place, Miyakari. Second place, Nabi. And third place is Nekorine, yeah. Yeah, Nabi Mama does get consecutive second place finishes, and Nekorine gets another third. So medal counts will be updated. That's 2 wins for Miyakari, 2 second place finishes for Nabi Mama, and Neko Kamiyama. Where is she? That is her first third place finish ever. All right, so that's going to do it for this round at New Hampshire. I'll be back in just a couple minutes, and then we are going to begin round number 8, the street race at Vancouver. Stay right here. Alright, we are back in. Let's move on. Let's just get out, because payments are high, and how have I completely forgotten about the current points standings? Yeah, I really need to keep you lads up to date on how points are right now. Look at this! Hinamori Anzu currently leads the oval classification with 142 points. Second is Sare with 131. Arty goes down 2 places in the oval classification to 129. Neko Kamiyama is 4th, 118. Miyakari 5th, 95. Despite her 2 race wins. And your overall championship standings, Sarway is now within 47 points of Artemis of the Blue. Artemis of the Blue remains at 235. Sarway now goes up to 188. Hinamori Anzu still 3rd at 184 points. Miyakari moves up to 4th with 165 points after her impressive win just now, and Lily Hops goes up to 5th with 144 points. And Nabi Mama goes up to 6th in the standings with 133 points. While Nekarine moves into the top 10 already, just that quick. She's still behind by 150 points, 115 points. She's at 120. But yeah, Nekarine is back into top 10. She's found her footing once more after a dreadful start to her series. So yeah, we are gonna move on now to the streets of Vancouver. Quite a popular location for karts and the successor Champ Car series in the 90s and early 2000s. This race will be scheduled for a whopping 16 laps. And it is 1.781 miles, and the circuit has around 15 more or less turns, including some chicanes right there. And the track looks sort of vaguely like a distorted University of Miami logo. It's all about the U. But we're not talking college football, we're talking Vtuber IndyCar racing. Off to Vancouver for round 8. And yes, we are going to do so. And here's Shiguri Uri with the loading screen cameo, and that's an image of one of the races at hand during the 1990s at the streets of Vancouver. And let's go ahead and boot some broken cars on the list, because I'm sure there's going to be a few cars that won't look good on the track, and we have to get rid of them. So Nabi Mama won't qualify. IME once again fails to qualify due to a broken car. Tenten's car looks good. Natsume's car does not look good. Katanya is fine. Koopa and who else is broken? That's just basically it. So let's follow Picky's car throughout the streets of Vancouver with the BC Place Stadium in the background. You know you're at the home stretch when you see that distinctive inflated roof, which has since been replaced by a retractable roof, but we're not talking Canadian football, we're talking poor quality VTuber automobile racing. So after these first few turns, you head into some long, slightly curved sections. Don't mind the traffic lights, they might confuse you. And then ram into these walls while your front wing just decides to spin by itself, because who cares about physics? Go around this U-turn, and then go around these S's. And then after one last bend, you go under the bridge, and then you'll have completed a lap in Vancouver. So, gotta make sure they all look good, and, I guess they all look good, so let's, see who will qualify for this race. We'll skip through the proceedings, and try to get through all this. Now, if you're unfamiliar with how street courses tend to be for the drivers, yeah, there's walls and tire barriers, and ironically, cars tend to crash out. Excuse me, cars tend to crash out more on the tire barriers than at the actual walls, because R-factor physics be damned, with the cars liking to. With the cars sometimes going over the walls and into the void during speedway races, as with Porcatone in the last round. So, who's the driver who's on a scoreless streak at the moment? I see a couple. Natsume hasn't scored in 3 rounds. Bao hasn't scored in 3 rounds. Miyakari hadn't scored in 3 rounds, but luckily came back with her victory at Loudon. So let's see. Nekami Hinata is disqualified, so we won't see her in this race, unfortunately. We're just waiting to hear from Akari and I guess not. We won't hear from Akari today. And Tamari Mari also has a busted vehicle, so she will not run. So it's the curse of the previous race winner, again. Like with Lily Hops and Arty. And now add Miyakari to the list. And I guess everyone's time is up. Because no one's even bothering to do any more qualifying laps. Let the time run out, and the grid should be locked in now. So Temeko misses out. That'll be a 3rd consecutive no point showing for Temeko. 3rd consecutive no point situation for Uto. Bao continues her streak of not scoring. She's on 4 races without scoring. Too bad for her. Shigori Uri has a busted wheel, and Picky is on fire. But these 26 drivers will get to race today. And who is in pole position? Tenten! There she is. Ray Tenten is in pole position for Vancouver. And 2nd is Pochi. 3rd is Mioneru. Kagaranana is 4th. Pikami is 5th. And Zero is 6th. Tomoshika and Koopa 7 and 8. Kotone and Bitane 9 and 10. Nacho Neko and Lily Hops. And 13 and 14, Catania and Arty. Suzuki Hina and Tanaka Hime will begin next to each other. Ryugan and Soyapoya, 17 and 18. Nina and Healthy, 19 and 20. Kagurameya, Mochizuki Himari, 21 and 22. Sarwe and Kana. And finally, Neko and Nanzu. So this is your starting grid for Vancouver. 16 laps. 16 laps of street racing shenanigans as everyone's car looks fine. We are going to start now. Get the music up. Here we go. Here we go. Onto the track for the rolling start. Safety car leads everyone out, and hopefully the cars don't slip and slide on these circuits, especially with the entire track surrounded by walls. One of the tricky sections on the circuits, and I think everyone is clean at this point. But there's still the opportunity for cars to mess up, especially when it comes into slight corners. Slight and tight corners, especially especially this corner. These corners. Someone get that loose tire out, because that might be a death trap. That might be a lethal hazard for some of these drivers. As we have a 21, we have a 21st. Who's a bit behind the rest of the field. They're all catching up again. Looks like everyone should make it through that point fine at least, but there's still a few more tight turns. Yeah, we're almost ready to go. Just a few more S's and that turn, and it's going to be a big Canadian race. We're going to see who's going to take it at Vancouver as a safety car. We'll be pulling up momentarily. Everyone is coming in for the final turn before the start-finish line, round number 8 at Vancouver. The streets of Vancouver. It's green flag, and away we go. Strong, fast start by Pochimaru. She'll go ahead of 10-10 into the first couple turns. How will they all be doing over there? Everyone starts up relatively clean. Pochimaru, as you know, won at Detroit last series, and so she's probably used to what makes a street course challenging, as we see debris flying off. But everyone, I think, managing the first few turns with slight extractions of their bodywork on their cars. Going single file, heading into the U-turn. before reaching the third section with these S's. 10-10, the pole sitter for this race, goes back a bit up to second. And Pochi Sensei and 10-10 at least make it through the first lap okay. Pochi will have the lead after this first lap of 16, followed by 10-10 and Hanayuzu Milaneru. Fourth is Kagranana, and fifth is Mitani. And a lot of drivers will have to go in pit lane. Kamiko Kana is way behind the rest of the pack. The front two are within nose to tail of each other. Oh, the top three are right beside each other. Here comes 10-10 trying to pass Pochi, and does. She is in the lead at the moment. She is without a rear bumper pod, but she does have her front wing still intact for the time being. Going around the U-turn. A battle for second between Pochi and Milaneru. And Pochi will come out ahead and go back up to second. As cars start to come out, and 10-10 just avoids the tire barrier heading into the start-finish line. 10-10 is good. Pochi is going to stop in pit lane. That will allow Mitani to record a second. Picking me stern, Kotone rams Mitani from behind, and Mitani will lose a couple spots. As we have cars spinning out and losing control. And 10-10's lead is currently 4.5 seconds over Pikami. And 19 drivers are within the lead lap of each other. Kamiko Kana, unfortunately, is out of the race, so no points for her. Kamiko Kana fails to score in either race today. Well, 10-10 is just doing fine as she is, just pacing herself. Trying not to get involved in any reckless situations. Kotone! Not to be confused with Tenshin Kotone. Kotone, the Vtuber racer, is up to second, but look who's catching up! Oh no! Artemis of the Blue out of nowhere! Who wants to get back into the lead lap? It's a ruse, lads. Suzuki Hina is the real second place driver. Artemis of the Blue is one lap behind. Kagranana is another victim of that area to start finish line, so Kagranana is out of the race. So it's 10-10, Hina, and Himari. Top three so far, as Anzu is a lap behind. Suzuki Hina wants to finally get a podium finish for Hime Hina, but it's still early on in this race. And 10-10 will at least survive this lap. Suzuki Hina. That's 4 down. And a mistake by Himari. But not much, because that's just her front wing crashing out. Pikami just awkwardly enters pit lane. Mionero will also enter pit lane. Koopa Fortuna, close shave, but she'll have completed this lap. Hey, how's Kotone down to 11th all of a sudden? Probably a pit stop, I don't know. But we have 12 drivers all within the lead lap, as Pochi Maru wastes her front row start for no points. Engine issues. And Suzuki Hina is behind by 13.5 seconds. A massive lead for the adorable Horitenten. As you know, Tenten did have a race win to her name, but that's in an aborted Long Beach race where she just had issues with where everyone just had issues with the safety car, and so there was a half distance, half points race where Tenten ended up winning, so that ended up being a Mickey Mouse race. Bit of a mistake by Tenten, still barely in the lead, but her lead is cut substantially. It's now 1.7 seconds after that mistake in the tire barrier. So, too bad for that perfect race, because she might want to go into pit lane, and she does. And Suzuki Hina goes into the lead. Followed by Kitanya. And Koopa is still a distant fourth, I believe, but might go up to third depending upon how long Tenten takes in pit lane. Now Tenten comes out, albeit slowly, as Neko Kamiyama crashes out. A few more drivers go out of the race while I wasn't paying attention. I don't even know what happened here, but that's several cars going out. Oh, what just happened? What just happened, Nacho? Oh, it's gotta be that barrier, I guess. Yeah, that's the barrier. That's the killer barrier. Oh my god! Soya Poya miraculously survives running into that barrier when Nacho couldn't. And Sarue covers up the whole camera with smoke. Oh, gotta watch out for Tenten. Gotta watch out because some cars are in the way. Oh, that was close, but yeah, but she once again will lose her front wing for no reason. So Ryogon, Pikami, and Nukarine go out with accidents. And a few more have busted engines, and I don't even know. Soroi E and Natroneko A. And Tenten tragically crashes out of the race. Look at the replay. I told you tire barriers would be more deadly than regular walls, and Tenten, the pole sitter, pays the price. Once again, pole sitter of the race crashes out without scoring. You hate to see it. Suzuki Hina will go into pit lane and we have only 5 cars within the lead lap. And Tanaka Hime crashed out at some point. Antu is behind by 1 lap, but I don't even know at this point. And Catania barely avoids the barrier. Suzuki Hina is still second, but there's still 7 laps to go as some cars exit out of pit lane. Tanya is leading by, well, what do you know, 36 seconds. Actually, not 36 seconds, 1 minute 13 seconds. And Koopa just wants to continue the drought of the Himehina's friends failing to get to the podium. Cause that's gotta be rude, I must say. 6 to go from Vancouver. Remember, this race is over 16 laps, so classification is given at 15 laps. And Artemis of the blue. Yes, it's her again. And Suzuki Hina, just yeah. And well, Hitomori Anzu is still doing quite well. With Sarway out, if Anzu survives here, I think she might move into the top 2. as Koopa goes into pit lane. Andu moves up to 4th. Mionero goes up to 3. And yeah. At least Catania is still leading. 11 drivers are still probably good enough for points. Are within the points. Don't worry, lads, Antu is still in it. If there is a newcomer to root for. As Zero is still somehow in the top 10. Tanya just lets Antu pass by so that she has an extra buffer so as to remain in good standing for the points, as we have 10 cars qualified for points at this point. Lily Hops and everyone below are Lily Hops, Katone, Soyboy, and Bitani are at risk of not scoring. Certainly Bitani, because she is 3 laps behind. And Artemis of the Blue doesn't run into the barrier. Mionero will go into pit lane. Atsu will skip the pit lane as well. While Catania remains fine as she is, as Kotone crashes out. Oh, she has burnt out. She has a busted engine. Another no score for her. Antu goes up into 3rd. Mionero is 6th while she's being bumped all willy-nilly by Koopa. Mochizuki Himari is in 4th. Antu is still doing okay. And Zero, unfortunately, finds the start-finish barrier, and her day ends in disappointment. Just short of the points. 2nd made it through fine. Tanya is good. Antu is having to stop at the pits. Mochizuki Himari also goes into pit lane. Mionero is still in. We have 2 to go in Vancouver. As Himari goes into pit lane, Koopa goes into pits. Artemis of the Blue is still second because why would nice things ever happen? On2 is in fourth. Leonero is back in third. And Artemis makes it through okay. And Catania will score points. And she'll score points. White flag here. Mochizuki Himari DNFs, unfortunately. Catania and well, a few drivers. Catania and Arty are both within the lead lap of each other. Here comes Catania going around the chicane. And on to completes lap number 14. Here comes Catania. Who start off from, I don't know where, 13th. This has a few turns left before she'll get her second win. She just needs to survive the barrier. And she does, and Catania Nianta wins at the Straits of Vancouver. For a second IndyCar race win. With a time of 23 minutes and some odd seconds. And Mioneru will get third at best. And Artemis of the Blue still has an absurd distance to go here before she could probably finish. And unfortunately, Anzu will meet pit lane. And luckily, she does cross the line, and we're just waiting for Arty to perhaps finish and then extend her lead to whatever, because life's a cruel one. And yep, Artemis of the Blue will get another podium finish. That's 2 second-place finishes for Artemis of the Blue, along with her 2 first-place finishes, and her lead in the overall championship will extend to who the fuck cares. So Catania gets the win. That's all that matters. Second is Arty. Third is Mioneru. Andu just falls short of the podium, and unfortunately, Tenten blows it. Start off pole position and couldn't get a single point for her efforts. So, unfortunately, that's 5 drivers scoring. Only 5 drivers will score for this race. And those 5 VTubers are Catania, some shark, Mioneru, Anzu, and Koopa. No classification for Lily. No classification for Kagura Maya. Himari DNFs. Soipoya and Bitani also get no classification. And Zero, Hina, Nina all go out with no points because accident. 14 through 26, Kotone E, Tenten, and Hime A, Sarue E, Nacho Tomo Shika, Ryugan Pikami, and Nekorin A, and Pochi E, Healthy A, Nana and Kana well, you get the picture. Okay, yeah. Pain Peko, Pain Taco, Pain Ga, Pain everything, pain all throughout. I'm slowly dying inside. Oh, you're right. I do need to lock in the points. Fuck. What's the score, boys? What did the Artemis do? What's with the IndieCar racing today? Artemis of the Blue leads by 65 points over the new second-place driver, Hinamo Yanzu. And, yeah, I think that's right. Yeah, I think that looks right. So that's the worst scoring race of, this is the worst scoring race of the series so far. Because look what happened to my poor baby. And now Arty's back to being 65 points clear. Roden Street course classification, Artemis of the Blue 156, Koopa 126, Catania and Yauta now goes up to 122, Mioneru 108, Pochi 86. But yeah, that's going to do it, I guess. I guess everyone's still technically in it. The worst performing so far is Picky with 22 points, behind by 263 points, with 4 races left. While the rest of the bottom 5 are Kotone, Uto, Bao, and Tomoshika. All right, let's wrap up for today, and so I can groan and discuss at Artemis of the Blue once again, finishing the podiums. Here's Catania's car because she won at Vancouver. Your winners for today are Mirai Akari and Catania Nyanta. Mirai Akari getting her second win of the Drivers' Championships and going back up to the top 5. And Catania getting a road course win. So, GG to both of them. Next weekend is the last weekend of the third series. Saturday at noon Eastern, we'll have races at Atlanta Motor Speedway, our second and last night race of the series, and we'll have a road. And then after that, for round 10, we'll have a road course race at Portland International Raceway. So be sure to tune in next Saturday on the FH channel as we start to eliminate some of the VTubers from championship contention here. And so that's gonna do it for me today. Have a great rest of your Sunday. We'll see you for rounds 9 and 10 next Saturday on this FH channel. Third series of Vtuber IndieCar. How will Artemis of the Blue do? How will the others fare if they can't even catch up to her? We'll see what happens as we head to the final weekend of this third series. Thanks for watching today, and see you next Saturday for more of Vtuber IndieCar. Otso Dag.